Okay, so I get you guys all muted right now, so I'll turn it back on when we open up for questions. So I'm just going to cover a few things fairly quickly for Add This for Mike and you guys. So here, with the main thing with Add This, you're going to be doing a lot in the template. So the template is where you're going to pretty much add a lot of the Add This code because it goes onto your website. So once you get into Add This and you create your profile, you'll definitely want to go in here and get your accounts connected because that way it's going to add in the additional tags that go along with your profile. So it'll already have it over connected to those pieces of your profile. But the main thing that you want to get with these tools is you'll want to get the sharing sidebar and the original sharing buttons to add to your website. Now, the way Add This has changed their code is now you have to add it to each individual page. They don't have the Smart Layers code anymore. It might be part of their Pro Tools, which I got a while back when I first started this blog. So I don't see them anymore. But you can get the recommendation footer, which is a good footer to have. It'll pop up for them. The follow header is a good button to have as well, getting the follow header, and then you'll want the original share buttons. So you'll have these buttons with each of the piece of your coding. So the first thing to do when you get to Add This is you get your original code. So that's why you got to set up your profile, build those links, and get those accounts connected. So you're going to copy this code right here, and it's going to go to before the body tag in your code. So what you go over to Blogger, you go into your template, you edit HTML. This is the body header right here. Comes right after the close of the heading. So here's the heading. This has my description. This has a couple of different images as well, and the layout, the actual layout where everything's on the right, the middle, the left. That's all in there. So you don't want to adjust that. You're going to actually put it in before this body head. So it's going to come in here. I have mine right in here for my Add This script. So you got to have that in there before you can really get into Add This. Back. That to change. All right. So before you get into that, you're going to add this right in here before that body head comes up. So this is all before the body tag. So once that code's in there, in your heading, you'll have that code in there, and that will basically filter everything else that you add from Add This. So then, you'll get the headers here. You won't get these until you add those specific codes. So once you get the codes added in for these different sharing buttons, the sidebars, the top headers. So one of the ones that I think is really good is the follow header. So I'm going to go covering this one a little bit. You're going to grab your different URL links. If you don't know where they are, I can definitely show you those as well. But it's basically going to be your username for the most part on most of these websites. The only one that I don't have memorized because it's long as heck is my YouTube channel. And it's not vanity like the rest of them. And I think I do have a Vimeo, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right, and then this one is RSS. Actually, yeah, I'll take that one. So, and then I'll grab this last code. Theme, I like it checkered, but you can pick whichever theme that you want. And then you've got this coding here. Activate it. Boom. Now the follow header is activated. You'll always have that saved. So if you don't activate it, it won't save all of that information that you put in there. So make sure you click activate to save that information. And what you do is you see that it'll tell you where to put it. You put this inside of the body. So it doesn't have that slash before. So this following code adds to the body of your website. So here's the body. You're just going to go right under that and add that code in there. Save your template. And once that's saved, you can go pull up Camp Calendar, all its loading, all that. and then you'll have your pop-up once it all loads. You get the sweet follow header. And that's the basis of how you get most of the add this coding in there. Now, I'm going to send over to you guys some of the smart layer codes, which I think is still on the pro method. This goes into your layout, and this is what I have here in this add this coding. But this you will have to edit. There's a couple of different things to edit in there for what it does for add this. So I'm going to have to find out which pieces you're going to have to edit. I know for sure you're going to have to edit your usernames here. So I want to make sure that this will actually work for you guys. So before I send that over, I'll check the coding on this because I'm thinking this is going to need your ID from add this, which I'll show you guys where to get that. Show you that really quick. So when you go to your account, right there, this is your ID right here. So you can see that RADDF. You'll get that from the more section here. These three little dots, more, and there's your general ID. So that will be what you'll grab for that particular piece of coding right here. So you can see that RA522DFF, that's all right there. You'll definitely need to change that ID, and you'll need to change this here. So these are just my login, my usernames, the same as you put on the follow code. So you'll put your username for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, your Google ID, which you can grab as well, which I can update that from mine. YouTube, Pinterest, Tumblr, and then your feed burner will be the same. This will just be the name of your blog site. So Mike for You, Dubs 8-Ball. I believe Leslie, yours is Queen's Blogger or something of that nature. But just the front name of your blog is what you'll end up putting there. And then that will get you those codings into there. Once you go to Google+, this is your Google+ ID there. This is your YouTube channel ID, comes after channel, and also once you go to your actual profile, you'll have your user ID for YouTube, so you can grab that. Flickr has an ID. Here's the ID there if you create a Flickr account, which you should have based off of also using Instagram, and then your Facebook ID, same concept. It's just right behind that once you go to your main page. So you have all of those different IDs that you'll want to add in to the smart layers, which I don't see that code on the add this site anymore, but definitely it's a great code because it includes all those at the same time, but they do have still the same one. So the original share bar for what they do have here, show you guys that piece. So these settings, you can pick which buttons that you do want to pop up. You'll add the same code into that body section that I showed you. The piece that will be a little bit different is that you have to take this second piece and you'll have to actually put that in a post. So just like we've done the other HTML codes, you'll come into a post, go to HTML, and you'll drop that code. Make sure it's at the bottom because you'll want it at the bottom of that page. You won't see it on the compose because it's a hidden HTML script. So it's going to pull that images once it's actually live on the website. So you won't see that code pop up like we've done with other HTML codings. But you will see it run its JavaScript once it's live on the web, and you'll get those buttons that pop up. And here's what it'll look like. So the other script that I have from add this automatically adds this to every post. But this new code, you'd have to add that particularly to each post. So, you'll definitely want to make sure that you're adding those to that post if we can't get the other script to work right for you guys. So that covers the majority of the add this. I'm going to open it up for some questioning here to make sure that you guys don't have any other additional questions.